definitely a case of bad gas, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm rolling around in a giant hamster ball. It's like the sky above me, but not. Hi, I'm Dennis Gage, and welcome to My Classic Car. Well, this week we're in Montville, New Jersey to visit Andy Wickenheiser and check out a couple of his insane machines. Andy's a member of the Dead Man's Curve Car Club here in Jersey, and this is a bunch of guys that have been together since '78 and build what they call gasser-inspired cars. And I think I'd have to agree, but they take the gasser thing to a whole nother level. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Andy, good to see you again, man.
You too, Dennis.
Well, it was about, I don't know, 8 or 10 years ago. It was another show here in Jersey, and you had this insane purple people eater here, the 61 Pioneer wagon. This was the first one I'd ever seen when I was at that show. They're a pretty rare car.
Yeah, there's not many of them around, not many.
And it's such a wild machine. Then, of course, you took it to a completely different level. And, of course, I love your license plate, bad gas, because it is definitely that. And a cool color, too. It's a blue-purple, almost a periwinkle color. What is it?
It's actually called Quartz Blue, off of 2005, wow. 2006 Mercedes.
Well, you know, and then the suspension and everything here. What's this off of?
That's a Ford Econoline.
Really? And then you just chromed it up and everything?
Yep, chromed everything up. Did the steering.
So it's got power steering.
Yes, this car has power steering and power brakes.
Probably not a bad idea. And you know, you got your pipes coming right out here over the front tire.
Yep.
And did you fabricated those yourself too?
Yeah, those I made myself. Yep.
Man, when you shaved the rear door handles, left the stock front door handles, and then kind of dressed up the interior a little bit. I love the Ratfink Big Daddy Ed Ross shifter there.
Yeah, I made that myself. That took a lot of time.
So I mean, that's how you shifted?
No, that's actually a dummy.
That's just for show?
Yeah, just for show. Someplace to put your hand when you're driving down the road. It's got the push button trans.
Wow. So that didn't even have park, right?
Yeah, I believe it's the only year that they did not put park in a car with automatic transmission. It's just got an emergency drum brake on the drive shaft. That is it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's not much of a brake.
No.
I love in this car, I love this reverse fin. Instead of, you know, starting low and coming high, it starts high and, you know, and tapers down. And then these really wild taillights.
Yeah, they're definitely one of a kind.
I mean, like, I can't see the one on that side from here because it's blocked by the shield.
That's right. If you're putting the key in the back here, you can't see either one of your taillights. I can't think of too many cars that are like that.
No. Pretty complicated bumper too, actually.
Yeah, a lot of curves to it. Goes in where the license plate is.
Well, you got some serious slicks back here. And your ladder bars are, I mean, again, very, very beefy.
Yep. They actually came off an old 60s drag car. Somebody was selling them at a swap meet. And I bought them and had to do a little bit of fabricating, and I got them on. You know, some cars they're real high horsepower will lift the front wheels off the ground because of that leverage.
Well, you've never done that.
No, not that.
But with that engine up front, you probably have the potential. That's a 354 Hemi.
That's a blown 354 Hemi.
Let's go look at that baby. Wow. You know, a lot of times you look down into an engine compartment, but here it's like eye level.
Yep.
So what am I looking at here? The 354 Hemi.
354 Hemi with a 671 blower on it.
Wow. It's street legal and streetable.
Well, I don't know about that.
The legal part, but maybe not the streetable part.
Right.
Well, since it's at least legal, let's take it out and drive it. And I've always wanted to drive something that looked like this. Can I do that?
Sure.
And close it up. Let's do this.
All right.
Coming up, we'll fire up the 61 Dodge wagon. But first, we'll check out some parts for GTO, Lemans and Tempest in the Autogeek Garage.
My Classic Car is brought to you by Grundy Insurance.
Well, in the garage with me today, I got my good friend Rick Schmidt from National Parts Depot. Rick, good to see you again, man.
Good to see you again, too.
You know, from the taillights, all the arrowheads, and that badge right there, I gotta believe we're talking GTO today, which I didn't think you guys did.
We've been working on this project. I'm proud to say, and I'm slightly embarrassed to say, that our GTO Lemans Tempest catalog and product line is finally launched and in business, and it's been a long
you've been working
journey.
on that for a long time.
You know, we constantly get emails, people requesting us, hey, you know, why don't you sell parts for my car, for my Nova, for my GTO, for my Cutlass? And we want to offer all these product lines, but it takes us a long time to get a product line out because we do it a little bit differently.
Well,
than
a lot of that stuff's out there, right?
Right, but a lot of product lines are reverse engineered.
They
just
key,
go
right?
out to the aftermarket and say, hey, what do you have for GTO Tempest Le Mans? And they bring it in and they take all the application information as gospel and run with it. What we do first, what is very time consuming, is we go to the original Pontiac parts texts and build from scratch a database of every single part that went into the cars originally, including all the original application information. Then as we reach out to source all the different parts that we're going to carry,
we need.
What you've got with NPD, correct, to the text research, the GTO. And
one of the best
catalog.
examples of that, and we were talking earlier, is these two pieces here.
Yes.
Which, they don't even look very different.
These aren't the sexiest reproduction pieces in the world, but these are the little firewall covers that go beneath your steering column. And these are NPD exclusive reproductions. In the past, before I did these reproductions, this is all you would find. And it was kind of a poorer version of this, with this V right here. Mm-hmm. What happened was in 1967, the A-body platform, GM moved to a collapsible steering column. And there was a little band clamp at the firewall that they had to make this V to clearance the clamp. And what GM did was they replaced this piece that had run from 1964 to 1966 with this piece. Nobody recognized that or even knew it because in later parts books, this is the only part number that shows.
If you had a 65, this is what you got if you ordered it.
This is what you got, which is
want this.
Technically incorrect. So I went out and fixed that, found original 64 to 66 ones, and this is how we work throughout all of our stuff. When we find things that that have been historically thought to be correct, but we find out are not, we try to fix them.
Well, you guys are, fairly obsessive about that stuff, which is good. But I'm sure that carries through all of the pieces that you've now sourced for the GTO line.
We've done everything we can do to make it as correct as possible. And sometimes, beggars can't be choosers, and sometimes there's only a certain part available out there. But we do our best to describe and tell the customer, this is not Concours correct, but it is what's available. Make your choice. Like this tri-power pan right here. That's a pan for under on the bottom side of the air cleaner for a 65 389 tri-power. It's steel. They're handmade and they cost $400. It's not a cheap piece. So if you're doing a resto mod or you just don't care about the originality that much, I've got a $100 plastic piece
that does the same thing.
So we do offer customers choices between hyper original and a will work service part. We try to cover the entire array of the hobby, not just turn our nose up at the guys who are restoring on a budget and only carry the high end stuff. We collect it all, and we try to represent it honestly is the best way.
I think you used a term that really describes you: hyper original, hyper correct.
Yes.
That's NPD.
Yes.
And now GTO.
And now GTO, Tempest, and Le Mans. Finally.
God, the Arrowhead guys are going to love you.
Yep.
Hey, if you want to learn anything more about this new line from National Parts Depot for GTO, log on to myclassiccar.com. Tri-Power, one of the coolest setups ever.
Once you've got it dialed in, man, it's nice.
Autogeek.net. We are car care.
Next, we're cruising in a jacked up 61 Dodge Pioneer wagon.
Just fire right up, huh?
Yep.
Here we go.
Nothing like the wind of a blower.
I'll say, I love that whine. It's not very subtle. It's not very subtle at all. Yeehaw! This thing is just such a blast, man.
I love this car.
Oh, yeah. Nobody's going to be sleeping late in these neighborhoods with this car going through. You never get into trouble for these pipes?
What's that?
You ever what's that? You ever get into trouble for these pipes?
Nah, everybody's pretty good down here.
I love the fact that it's, you know, you got this bad rat pink shifter, but she's still the push button transmission.
You look right at home with your hand on the shifter.
I mean, I feel it. It's just, what a look, man.
Sometimes I make believe I'm shifting it too. If I see people are watching, I go like that. Lift the knee up like I'm pushing in the clutch.
Well, you got all sorts of period pieces in this thing. I mean, the twister mat in the back.
Yeah.
In case you get bored at a car show, you just pull that out. It is tough seeing over those stacks.
Yeah,
man.
to the right. It's tough. Around the bend to the right. It's tough.
Well, I gotta tell you, I mean, this is the only one of these I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've never seen another one. I bet you Jay Leno doesn't have one of these.
He doesn't. You got that right, man.
You know, I was waiting for you to ask me how it drives before I got into it, and I was going to say it's just a little bit better than a brass Grundy car.
So, this is pretty insane, but the gas bubble is, I think, the weirdest thing you've ever built.
Yes.
What do you say we go back and check that out?
Yeah. Yeah,
I could punch this one more time before we go back, though, couldn't I?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, what the heck. Need parts for your classic? Then check out this week's Classic Car Marketplace.
Need parts for your F-Series truck, Bronco, Classic or Fox Mustang, Camaro, Chevelle El Camino Malibu, GTO, Tempest, Lemans, or Firebird? Then you need NPD, the nation's leading restoration parts supplier. Call 888-893-FAST for your free catalog or visit nationalpartsdepot.com. Corvette Central has been a leading manufacturer and distributor of Corvette parts and accessories since 1975. We offer free, detailed, full-color catalogs for each Corvette generation, as well as an accessory catalog. Our updated website allows you to search, view, and order parts anytime. From C1 to ZR1, only Corvette Central has it all. Visit us online or call today. LMC Truck has the parts and accessories you need to restore, maintain, or customize your truck or SUV. Chevy, GMC, Dodge, and Ford. To get your free catalog, call 1-800-715-8123. Be sure to specify your year, make, and model, or shop online at lmctruck.com. LMC Truck has the right part at the right price right now.
Still ahead, we'll check out a bubble top Dodge Fury gasser.
Andy, that baby's a brute. It's just a beast. And it's a handful, man.
It sure is.
But as crazy as that is, your latest creation is even crazier. This thing is like a full-scale Hot Wheels car. They need to make a Hot Wheels of this car. This is a 63 Fury bubble top. You created a bubble top Fury.
Yep.
A lot of these bubble top cars are really little roadsters and stuff. I mean, that sucker's big.
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah. It's probably one of the biggest bubbles they could make in one piece.
Man, well, this baby is crazy, you know, and the bubble top, that's pretty much an attention getter, but these zoomy spikes coming straight out of the hood. I mean, what a look. And they're all chromed up. Is this going to be a problem bluing eventually? Or?
No, because it's actually sleeved. There's actually pipes inside those pipes that are wrapped in heat insulation, and so they should be pretty good.
Well, also, I mean, you've done, again, it's a straight axle thing up here. I mean, these tiny, tiny little tires. What are they? What are those? I mean, those are basically rail dragster tires.
Basically, yeah, they're Raider 12 spokes.
And you get down here, you really see what a weird front end this has.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a really wild. Like from the factory, it's wild.
Yep.
Those lenses on your turn signals, and this is a crazy car, man. Gas bubble, another great name for the car. You know, you got kind of a '60s thing going in your paint job too, kind of a fade there and almost scallops, but.
Yeah, they call this an endless line. They used to do this in the 60s.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
It does. It looks dynamite. But again, man, it's all about the bubble. It's a plexiglass. It's
actually Lexan.
Okay. What's the frame? Is that
it's actually sandwiched on the edge here by 2 pieces of steel.
Oh, okay.
And then you know, we upholstered over it.
I got to see it, man. Make it go up.
All right.
Wow. That's crazy. That's got to be some pretty healthy hinges.
Yeah, a lot of fabricating there.
Man. And much, I mean, is it very heavy?
The Lexan itself is somewhere between 100 and 150 pounds, but the steel that I made the frame out of, that brings the weight up quite a bit.
Wow. Well, you know, but you left, I mean, that's the 63 Fury instrument cluster with that Wild West kind of chuck wagon font.
Yeah. Bigger on one side than on the other.
My goodness. Still the push button trans.
Push button trans.
But it's got park. It's got a park lever.
This one has a park,
wow. And that wild squashed steering wheel, which they always said gave you better visibility. Oh man, that is just so cool. Does it get kind of warm in there though?
Oh yeah, to say the least. I'm gonna be working on a ventilation system.
That's probably the next thing, right?
Yep.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Well then, but you know, body-wise, you left it pretty much 63 Fury.
Yeah, there's no changes as far as the body shape.
And you kept that you know, this kind of 60s, your endless line thing going through there. And you know, and again, she's sitting up like crazy.
Yep.
Slicks, not even cheaters. Slicks. Nope. This is a great look right here. The thing it makes a statement right there.
Right.
But speaking of statements, it's those Zoomy spikes coming out of the hood. Let's go look and see what you got under that hood.
All right.
You know, I'm kind of surprised. I would expect pins back here and pins there, and this is going to have to come straight off.
Yeah, I mean, you look at these pipes, and especially that back one there, you would never expect that hood to clear.
You can open this with a standard?
I can open that without rubbing.
Me.
It's unbelievable because the hood it kind of goes up and back.
Wow.
It never hits.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Now this is a 383. Originally had a 361. I didn't go real fancy with the motor because the exhaust and the bubble are the statement of this car.
Yeah, absolutely. What did the engine come out of?
This came out of a 68 Satellite. A fella in town had it and he wanted to put a different engine in his car. And so we put it in there and runs good, runs really good.
Well, it was a low mileage engine, or did you have to go through it? Or?
Yeah, it's a low mileage engine. It was very, very clean. If I wasn't painting it a different color, I probably wouldn't have painted it at all. It was that clean.
Wow. So it cleared on the way up. Will she clear as well on the way down?
Absolutely. It comes very close, but as you see, as it goes down, it goes back and it levels out.
It misses them all. That's unbelievable. Yep. Boom. And it's wild, kind of some flip-flop paint going here a little bit. Yeah,
this paint's called Illusions. It's a really, really nice paint. Very, very hard to touch up.
Yeah, I bet that's true.
But it's a really, really nice paint.
My gosh, I mean, the look at this thing, the dead-on look of this car is crazy. But you built it to run. You don't drag race this either, but you do. But she's also street legal.
Yep.
Can we take this one out too?
Sure.
Can I drive this one too?
Absolutely.
Oh.
If you dare.
I dare. This is going to be a blast. Let's do it, man.
All right.
Stay close. We'll go for a spin in the 63 Dodge Fury Bubble Top.
My Classic Car has been brought to you by Grundy Insurance.
All right, I saw this done before. I turn a switch, hit this button.
Good.
Good?
Good.
In we go. Now, this button up here?
Yep. Just push that down, gravity down.
You know, it's hot in here already.
Oof.
And this baby's gonna start up just fine, like it should too.
It should, depending on
well, let's
temperature.
just find out. Here we go. Yeah, there's no baffles in that.
No.
Woo! like crazy.
Yeah.
I can't even do a hand signal. I hope your turn signals work.
Yeah.
It's definitely making music.
It sounds a lot better than I expected.
Well,
when I started out.
she sounds great, man, and it really runs well.
It's a good fresh motor.
It's kind of bright. This is about an SPF 55 car, I think.
Suntan lotion required.
You designed this pipe setup here?
Yeah, one of the guys at the club and I, we were looking at it, trying to see about zoomies coming out. It just hit him like a brainstorm. It said, "Let's come out of the hood. Nobody's ever done that before."
But you are busy when you're driving this car. It's, you know.
Yeah. Stock steering box, steering arm. It's like steering a bus, right?
It's like crazy, man.
I thought I had the steering wheel lined up, but
Well, I think it's those skinny tires. I mean, you're just, you know, you're just on it.
it's the look, though.
Oh, it is the look.
I'm not one for air conditioning and hot rods, but I think this deserves air conditioning.
Yeah, because it's a little toasty in here, doesn't it?
Yeah. Have you ever had anybody faint from heat on your show?
No, this will be a first. And hopefully it's not the driver.
I was gonna say, hopefully it's me and not you.
This has got to be one of the most insane rides I've ever been in.
That's good to hear.
And I respect that. So until our next meeting, remember, honor the timeless classics. I'm Dennis Gage. Happy motoring. I'm hot.
A little bit.
Like, I'm a little hot, you know, it's a little hot, but it's worth it.
We
It's
lost
worth
20
it.
pounds.
Attention, My Classic Car fans. Go online now to check out our latest selection of DVDs. Just can't get enough MCC? Don't miss a single show. Get all 26 episodes from the 2013 season in one DVD set.